Hello, everybody. We got another episode of the Earn It Lite League. This episode, we'll be playing Southern Miss. We unfortunately do not have any commits yet, which is a tad suspicious, but we're really close on a couple guys. Um, if they can commit, that would help a lot because we just got our eyes on some new prospects, and we've kind of trimmed the fat off of our roster for the time being. When it comes to recruiting. Unfortunately, that means we had to let go of Maurice Newby, who was a guy that I was hoping to get. Um, really good athlete and had a lot of potential as a receiver. Um, our biggest um, target so far is Brett Sanders, who is an absolute stud, and I'm hoping that he can come in. Oh, I'm probably going to redshirt him the first year, but after his redshirt year, he'll probably do a lot of damage, and I'm probably going to put him at quarterback as well. So I'm really excited to get a guy like this into the system, as well as fix a couple of other uh, weak spots in the roster. I wouldn't say they're weak spots, but they are a little thin on the list of development, such as like corner and stuff. After this year, it's probably gonna be a struggle at corner because the speed kind of goes down. But if I can pull these guys off, it won't be as bad. As you can see, we're almost leveled up in the bottom right hand corner. So if we have another good game this game, there's a good chance that we can upgrade to the next coach level. So after that last week win, NC State has moved up to number 2 ranked. Very good user there. I lost to him last year as an NIU team, and he came back and went there. We are 30, so we are very close to squeaking into the top 25 for the first time I think, in school history for Florida International. We can do that with UCF right behind us, who also is right behind us in recruiting as well. I feel like there's a lot of guys that they're on that I'm trying to get. So pretty ironic there. As you can see, D-Town definitely earned himself a spot as the player of the week, but only for the Sun Belt because Carson Wentz for the D1 AA team absolutely went bananas in his game against Baylor that they actually won. So I think that's a user. Um, so another thing that's special with this league is the owner of the league, instead of just having him as like the standard Southwest FCS, he like puts teams in that area that he likes from Division or AA football. So I think that's South Dakota State, and Carson Wentz is on that roster right now. As you can see, D-Town is in third, and this is before his game. So another good performance will put him in the running for the first spot, and he might start getting looked at as a Heisman candidate after that. Outside of that, Sage Lewis is the only other person that's kind of relevant in any of these things. Um, and sacks, yeah, we're not anywhere close, but 3 sacks is still pretty good for a team that kind of struggles to get pressure. So, as you can see, our offense is still top 10 in points and definitely first in rushing today. Our defense is looking pretty good as well against the run, and in yards in general. This Southern Michigan or Mississippi team, yeah, Southern Mississippi team, pretty much similar to us in overall, but their production isn't anywhere near us, especially on defense, as you can see. They got some decent weapons in comparison to ours, but they are missing out on one of their starting safeties. So definitely looking to expose this defense since it's so bad at stopping any type of scoring and rushing. So it might be a perfect match for us. As you can see, we're leading the Sun Belt East with a nice 3-1 record. Let's see if we can get this flip luck. No, we can't. So unfortunately, that means we're going to be receiving um, to start the game, and we're not going to be getting the second half. All right, let's get this thing rolling. Nothing better than to get a dangerous running game started. Oh, it gets lit up. All right. Got a nice little screen set up here. Might be dangerous. Oh, and it is. D-Town is off. Oh, got a nice little 18-yard gain right there. The trick here is to get D-Town as hot as possible, as soon as possible, and then we can do some serious damage. And it seems like he's already starting to moisten up. Oh! Gets a nice little 13-yard rush there. We're going to see if we can throw it here. It is still a little early in the game, but hopefully... Nope, not going to work. But we'll definitely take off with the young man himself, Maurice Alexander. The run game's kind of hot this first drive, so we're going to keep leaning on it as we give DeMarcus Townsend another carry here. And he's warming up. Let's go. Big D-Town with another 8-yard gash. We got a big 3rd and 2 here. We're more than likely going to have to pass, which isn't too great considering that Maurice is on fire right now. I'd like to give him the ball, but looks like they're going to stack up for the run here. Oh, and he gets smoked. Oh man. As you can see, slant routes aren't too easy to throw, but the coach is playing it hard-nosed right here, and he wants us to go for it. So I thought we were only going to get 3 out of that, but coach is feeling some type of way this game. Can we pick up the first down here? No, we can't. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, as you can see, he's still not warm yet, so the slant kind of went a little high. I didn't need it at all, and it forced C.J. Wharton to get absolutely disgustingly blown up. Our defense lets him drive down the field, but they are able to cap them off at 3 points. So the dream is still on, and we're not taking a bad lead right now. And Sterling Palmer shakes him up to get a little quick 7-yard gain. After a short D-Town run, we're in a sticky situation with 3rd and 1. Critical down here. Hoping to give it back to him. And we did it. Oh my gosh. Well, unfortunately, after a quick 3 and out, our defense let up 7 points, and we're looking to play from behind again like we did last week. And good lord, we are not doing good. I'm trying to get this guy warm so he can throw the ball, but we've been shut down. Oh, we got a big one here. Can D-Town outrun him? Yes, he can. D-Town with the big halfback screen for a touchdown. He can do it on the ground, but he certainly can do it in the air as well. What a good play call. Seems the defense got a turnover or something, because we get the ball right back at their 38. Yeah, we're driving. It would seem the defense is running off of our success, because as soon as we pop up a big play, they get a turnover. So hopefully we can not disappoint and keep this ball rolling. Ooh, D-Town shaking him up. Oh, and he just can't sneak out the backside of that block. Not gonna lie, we might have to keep the same formula as we did last game and rely on D-Town. Looks like our passing game isn't getting it done. And the offensive guard just doesn't touch the one guy that can make a play. That's unfortunate. And we get quick pressure and sack. That is unfortunate. Oh man, this Southern Mississippi defense is way better than they are on paper. After shanking the freaking field goal, I'm gonna have to start watching this, because that's ridiculous. There's no reason that Jose should freaking miss those kicks. He's a stud. There's the strike complete. He's tackled at the 30. Maurice with a dot, and Maloney shakes him off. This is a big play right here. Can he beat him to the corner? And he can't. But still a big gain from Austin Maloney. What a throw by Maurice. Right in the little cover 2 zone. And Maloney showing him his strength. They've been giving us some trouble, but I'm sensing that they're not going to be able to stop this. Dang. Receiver gets bullied and we can't squeak it in. D-Town can't squeeze it in, but we're going to go no huddle here because I think we can squeeze this in. Alright, they're going goal line here, so we're going to have to... we're going to have to hope that... Yep, no one's covering him, and that's an easy read, easy touchdown for Maurice Alexander. Defense got to stop at the end of the half, but we ended up giving up 3 points after the half when they get the ball back, and now we're looking to score another touchdown to put us ahead. Oh, we got a big one here. Maurice Alexander squeaking out. Can he beat him to the edge? Gets a big gain right there. Make up for all the stuffs he had in the beginning of the game. Not feeling the run here. Force the pass. Alright, that's a tricky situation. Not a bad motion. See if we can squeak this one off. D-Town a big block, but I hold on, making a play off of it. D-Town with a nice 10-yard gain right there. Looks like they're looking to blitz here. See if we can catch him slipping. And we can. Maloney with a hard-fought 3-yard reception there. And they are. I was fooled. But D-Town does it with his legs. Oh, not D-Town. Maurice Alexander. Defense steps it up once again. Once we take the lead. And now we have a chance to extend our lead this drive. Pass game's actually working pretty well this game. Looking to catch him off guard with this play action. Oh, and they bait us into a pick. What a play by Jones. D-Town gets absolutely rocked. Had them on the ropes, and now they might be able to come back here. And that is indeed what they do. They do miss the field goal, however, but actually no. Yeah, they missed the field goal. Must have went for 2 to try to make it a tie game. That is unfortunate. And D-Town squeaks through. He's got a big play here. D-Town with an electrifying run to put us up 82 yards. Coach wants us to go for 2 here and make it a 3-point game. See if we can get it done with Maurice Alexander's arm as he's... Ooh, baby. Yeah, we're going to have to scramble for this. Oh, and he gets a nice little hurdle in. Okay. Defense comes up with another big stop as we enter in the 4th quarter. Looking to continue this dominance we've had on offense for most part of the game. Ooh, almost gets a good play there, but we were missing a couple of blocks. Ooh, left D-Town open in the flats. That's dangerous. Embarrasses a man and gets a nice little 13-yard gain. D-Town getting it done for 100 yards on the air and the ground. Absolutely coming through in the clutch for us this game. D-Town's hot, and it seems like they don't want to cover him, so let's try to sneak in another screen here and see if we can get lucky. And we can. They're not blocking, or they're not keeping anybody in. Shakes him up. Gets to the edge, and D-Town gets another big first down, 22-yard reception. They put in the backup. Let's see if we can squeak off a run with him. And we can. Nice little 76-yard gain by Kevin Johnson. A guy that's eventually going to emerge as one of the better backup running backs in the NCAA. Got a lot going for him. He's going to play in the behind the lights of DeMarcus Townsend. Oh, we sneak behind him with Singleton, and he throws a dot. Maurice Alexander showing his talents, aren't just his athletic ability, but he's throwing that ball at the same time. Let's go. Defense pulling another one out with some outstanding hard-nosed football. shuts them down for the third drive in a row, so they can squeak out another victory against a conference opponent. Maurice shakes him up. We got something here. Ooh, man, Maurice, DeMarcus Townsend getting it done. Might have just as many passing yards as or receiving yards as rushing yards this game. There's no doubt in my mind. Can't stop it. And walks in untouched. DeMarcus Townsend having himself an absolute day. Defense. Defense gets another stop. And with that stop, it looks like we will be winning this game big time.
This offensive line really opened up some big gaps for the running back last time.
D-Town making him look silly, man. Calm down. Ooh, shake him up, D-Town. 9 yards. And with that, FIU gets another win. Big win for FIU today, coming from behind for the second week in a row against a subpar opponent. DeMarcus Townsend, 174 and 155 on the ground in the air for a total of 3 touchdowns, I think. Absolute monster. FIU might be getting a season high for offense today with 545 yards. Pretty much dead even passing and running the ball with 274 on the ground, 3 touchdowns, and 271 in the air with 3 touchdowns as well. Unfortunately, we had that 1 turnover, but our defense forced 3 turnovers with 2 interceptions and 1 forced fumble as well. Maurice Alexander, with a rating of 250, had a really good day today. Was definitely on it with 70% completion percentage to back that up. As well as the air, he was doing it on the ground with 90 rushing yards and a touchdown. But D-Town was the star of today's event, as he might have had, in my opinion, a breakout game this game, just to show how versatile he is in the Heisman voting. Averaged almost 9 yards a carry, went for 174 and 2 touchdowns off of 20 attempts, and was even more explosive receiving, as he had 155 off of 5 receptions and a touchdown. Defense was getting it done in the second half, as they usually do. Taylor Tart with a sack, and as well as Kevin Oliver, who's also having himself a pretty good season. He seems to be averaging a sack a game. The 2 picks come from senior leader in the secondary, Isaiah Brown, and Sage Lewis, of course, the man himself, the captain. Might be one of the best players on this team. Jamal Anderson, another really good player, was a freshman last year. Actually had a lot of big points last year that he brought us through defensively. Getting it done again today with a forced fumble and a recovery for the fumble as well. A big loss for Oregon today, as that might help us squeeze in the top 25 after this game, losing to unranked Michigan State. After that big win, DeMarcus Townsend is leading by a landslide of rushing yards this game with 829 on the season. Only through about, 5 games? Yeah, 5 games. It's week 7, so definitely 5 games. Really close to touching 1,000 yards in just 5 games. Having an absolutely good debut season with us. Sage Lewis doing his thing too, as he's continuing to lead the league in solo tackles. Might be looking to get a Backer of the Year award. Well, that just about wraps this one up, fellas. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're interested in possibly getting into one of these leagues, I have a link in the description to the website that the guy actually runs for both of these leagues, or the father league of this one, just the regular Earn It. If you're interested in getting into one of these leagues back in NCAA 14, I recommend you check that out and try to get in contact with him. He also gets in contact with people through Facebook as well. But I definitely would recommend getting into this Lite League, because we are in need of some people, and it's a really fun time if you can learn the sliders.